Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my live. I am Marcine Simpson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for showing up and supporting this live broadcast. I am Marcine Simpson. I am a certified stress management and mindset coach. I work with women by helping them to reduce and respond to stress, shift their mindset so that they can find the opportunities within their obstacles, build self-esteem, improve their confidence. I am the person that you want to work with before your emotional, mental, and spiritual pain turns into depression. My clients and I work together to turn their stress life to their best life. So thank you again for joining this live broadcast. Please invite and share because I will be sharing leadership skills that can possibly help you as a leader reduce stress. Again, please share this broadcast to your listeners and your followers, and then we'll give them a few minutes to log on. Again, I'm Marcine Simpson, certified stress management and mindset coach. Today, I will be presenting on 10 leadership skills that can possibly help you as a leader reduce and respond stress for yourself and for your leadership team, and go from there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. The skills that I will be sharing are skills that you most likely already implement. But my goal today is to help you repurpose these skills and use them as stress management strategies as you lead your teams and yourself to success, but with less stress. As we know, we've been in such a these last 2 years has been really just on the rise with the pandemic, and is more stress than norm. So with the tools and the skill set that you already have, again, my goal is to allow you to see them and repurpose them to eliminate stress. All right. All right, let's get into it with number one. If you are ready, type ready in the comments. If you are listening to this on replay, please type replay so that I can thank you at a later time. All right, let's begin with number one. The first skill we're going to talk about is improving your ability to motivate others. Okay, great leaders are great motivators. If you are a leader and you're like, okay, well, I don't know what to do to motivate my team, start with a foundational thought. Think about, how do you like to be motivated? And to be honest, it's not much different from how you want to be motivated based on how they want to be motivated. So start with that foundation of thought. How would I want, if I was the employee, what would I want my boss to do? Then you do it. But there are other ways that you can find motivation if it's just not your thing, your go-to. There's a book called The 5 Love Languages of Leadership, and it's by Gary Chapman. All right. In the book, Gary Chapman, he indicates 5 steps or 5 tools that you can use to motivate your employees in the workplace. The first one is affirmation. All right. Now, when you're affirming someone, to me, if you really want to see that Kool-Aid smile, be specific about the affirmation. Instead of saying, hey, Marcine, you did a good job on your presentation. I mean, that's good, and I'll be glad that my boss said that. But if my boss or my leader was even more specific and said something like, hey, Marcine, you did a great job on that presentation. The part that spoke to me was A, B, and C. When you say that, that lets me know, man, my leader was really listening to my presentation. That gasses me up in a good way. So that is something, just instead of being, as opposed to being very generic, be more specific about how you are affirming your employee. Well, that itself is going to take away stress. It's going to build up a belief system between you and that employee. All right. The second love language that he gave is career development. How are you as a leader supporting your staff with development? Are you allowing them to go to different workshops to grow? Are you allowing them to present at home base? Allow them to present. It helps. I promise you, it would help. All right. So maybe you don't have the time or you don't have the resources, but to me, that's probably one of the easiest things other than affirming your employee. But if you like to you're that person that likes to give financial rewards, you can do that. That's number 3. Number 4, quality time. How much one-on-one time do you get to spend with your employees where they feel like they are valued? And number 5, acts of service. What are you doing? I know when I was in the classroom as a teacher, one of the things that our administration used to do is they would come and do our lunch duty. That's an act of service. Maybe your act of service is, hey, giving your parking space up to someone that has perfect attendance or someone that did an outstanding presentation. But think of, you have to be a little more creative and think of what type of act of service can I provide to my employees, all right? While some employees only speak of one of these love languages, others might speak of all 5. It all depends, all right? So now here's one love language that, as I'm just referencing when I was in the classroom, food. If you feed the people, they are likely to be motivated. At least it worked for teachers, but I know food always got our attention. Food and wearing jeans. So there you go with that. All right, so that's number 1. Improve your ability to motivate your staff, your team, the people that you are leading. Improve that because they need it. All right. Number 2, the second skill, enhance your communication skills. Leaders must be excellent communicators, whether it's public speaking, addressing small groups, or having just a one-on-one. Now, an essential part of communicating, we know, is not you just doing all of the talking, but you want to make sure you are practicing good listening skills. All right. So fortunately, there's enough educational materials out there willing to help you brush up on your listening skills and or your communication, your verbal skills. Okay. Besides communicating, make sure that comprehension is happening when you are talking. A lot of people go, well, we don't communicate. It's not that you're not communicating. The people don't understand what you're saying. So a good thing is check for understanding. Don't present to your staff and then you walk away thinking, oh, they got it. And then a week later, you like, didn't I tell them about that last week? You said it, but you missed out on checking for understanding. And that could be like pausing in the middle of your presentation, just saying, okay, does everyone understand where I am? Does anyone have questions at this time? Check for understanding so that you won't have a misconception that they got it and they're sitting there just hoping you in your presentation. So please, do yourself a favor, speak and talk verbally so that they can understand you, but make sure that they're processing the information, that they are comprehending what you are trying to communicate to them. All right. Number 3, the third skill, delegate. Delegate. You cannot do this all alone. You can't. You're going to burn yourself out, and then the stress is only going to maximize. All right. Many high achievers have trouble letting go and giving up control. I call it pride. It is what it is. You just don't want to let it go, but you got to let it go. And you have to have confidence that what you are putting in your team is working. But you won't know that if you don't let go of control. So you must be able to trust others and use them in a more effective way. No sense of sending them for a training if they can't demonstrate their knowledge in a situation that could really be a blessing to you if you just let go of the wheel. Let that wheel go so they can, showcase their strength. And here's the deal, leader. When they look good, you look good. But you will never know that they look good if you're not delegating tasks. And I'm not talking about these little small tasks. Give them a project. You hired them for a reason. But now if you hire them and then you're going to do their work, yeah, you're going to be stressed. You're going to be burnt out. You hire them based on the resume. So allow them to use their knowledge and their skills and show you that you indeed hired the right person. All right. All right, skill number 4, create the proper culture. All right, leaders must create a culture that matches the industry and the employees. All right, so a Wall Street investment bank has a different culture than an elementary school, right? Even departments so you can be at Wall Street, but even different departments within Wall Street may have a different culture, right? So one thing as a leader, get input from your employees. And one thing that I would say as it relates to culture, does your culture match the mission and the vision of your organization? If it doesn't, you might want to re-examine that. And you might say, well, how is this related to stress? Because people's behavior often reflect the environment that they are in. For instance, if you're in a library, we automatically start talking in a whisper tone or in a whisper, level. If we're going through the drive-through at a restaurant, we're louder. So whatever the expectation is, that proper, and the key word is create the proper culture. Don't just go all willy-nilly. What do you want to feel? Culture is about what you see, what you feel, and what you experience. What type of culture have you as a leader created for your employees? That is so important. You want it to be so, such an environment that they're not rushing to get out as soon as it's time to clock out, that they feel a peace, that they feel and see the vision of everybody working and everybody, one, as a movie, I can't think of it, Drumline, one band, one sound. Do you have that in your organization? One band, one sound? Or is Katie doing this, Pam doing this, Bridget doing this, everybody doing their own thing? And you as a leader, like, how am I going to fix this? Take time, re-examine your mission and your vision statement, and then start creating the proper culture and guide them in the proper expectations. And then you'll see that your environment will be less stressful. I promise you. All right. Number 5, adaptability. The challenges facing leaders change regularly. And again, these past 2 years, we've all experienced or had to use adaptability. All right. So adaptability comes in not just, in forms of how you're doing it physically, but adaptability includes your employees, the level of work they do, the type of work they do, technology. We all went on technology in 2020. So technology is rapidly changing the way we're doing business. It's changing the very landscape of how we do business. So leaders have to be able to evolve to meet the ever-changing events that's happening. And again, we don't know where this pandemic is leading. So you being adaptable is so important. The stress comes when you decide you're going to continue in a fixed mindset. If you do that, leader, you're going to stress yourself out and you're going to lose a lot of good, valuable employees. So be adaptable. Be ready for the change. All right. Skill number 6. And again, these are 10 skills that you probably already have. And I'm sure if you are in a leadership position or you're an entrepreneur, you already have these. I am just basically telling you how you can repurpose them so that you can eliminate and or reduce the stress of your team and, more importantly, yourself. All right. So number 6, time management. Leaders are busy. There are always more to do. And we know that more to do than there is hours in the day. But here's the deal. Choosing the most important task by making the time to complete it is paramount. It's paramount. Time management skills are easily learned, but they don't come naturally to everybody. All right. So right now I'm reading a book by the great Dr. Miles Monroe. And one of the things he said, and I'm going to read it. One of the things he said in chapter 1 is, be careful that you are not successful in the wrong assignment. Now, when I read that, I was like, whoa, because you can be so busy and you're not managing your time, but that success feels good. But guess what? It's false success because you're not on the assignment. You have to make sure that you are using your time wisely, effectively. Because what happens if you're glorifying that, oh, I did this, but it had nothing to do with the expected outcome of things, the results that you really wanted, had nothing to do with that assignment. So manage your time. Do those things that are important, and then delegate some of the other assignments to your well-equipped team. All right? All right. Fruitful. You want to be fruitful, not busy. Busy don't get you nothing. Fruitfulness gets you results. You want to be fruitful, not just busy. All right? And you know that you are fruitful by the data. When I was in the classroom, I was always data driven. I knew what my objective was. My students knew what the objective was. And by us knowing it and not doing a whole lot of cute little projects, coloring and drawing, that wasn't the objective. The objective was whatever the state of Texas told me to teach. And so by me being able to communicate effectively, my student scores were always on board, on top. So your data should let you know how well you are using your time. Trust me on that one too. All right, number 7, relationship management. All right. Great leaders have strong relationship with their direct reports, their hourly employees, executives, and customers. So if you're in leadership, there's no way in the world you're going to avoid relationships. Sorry, you're not doing it. Not if you're in leadership. The stronger your relationships, the more you can accomplish. That means you are getting people to come over and believe your ideals work. You have the ability to build those relationships that include, of course, trust. They trust your judgment, they trust your knowledge, and they trust that you are going to get them the results. I don't care if it's coaching, if you're selling vacuums, it doesn't matter. If they know, like, and trust you because you've taken time to build relationships, you're going to be better for it having them on your side. All right. So building and constantly cultivating your relationships makes the environment better, which in turn reduces stress. Okay. All right. Number 8, change management. All right. Leading an organization or a department through change is a valuable skill to develop. As companies add technology and reduce workforces, and again, we've seen this over the past 2 years, changes come more rapidly. The changes are coming faster and faster. So you have to be ready and open, willing and open. I want to keep saying you have to be open to the change. Don't resist it. I'm not saying you have to like it, but don't resist it. When you've already decided you don't like it, make another decision. Decide how am I going to accept this change and make it work for my benefit and for the benefit of the people that follow me. Because I tell you one thing, leader, if you decide you want to have a stink attitude about a change, you're going to see that same negative attitude in the people that you're trying to lead successfully. So manage how you manage the change, manage it. Don't be the leader that's going to tell your employees, this sucks, or I hate this, or, I hate it here. You have created a black hole for yourself, and you can only blame yourself, and it's hard to get out of that hole. So allow them to express their dislike, but you have to be more like 10 steps in front of them, because you know it's coming. You know the gripes and the complaints are going to come. But you have to be 10 steps in front of them and teach them or show them how this change is going to, in the long term or in the long run, be a blessing for the business. All right. All right. Number 9, be a good follower. Kind of just talked on that, but a little more. Leaders have to follow. All right. Leaders that don't follow are considered dictators. So let them know you have a boss that you follow. And don't say it in a way that you're frustrated. Just, you know what? Just like I'm leading you, I have a great boss that's leading me. Inspire your team. The more they see you in compliance and the more they see you excited, whether it's good, bad, and ugly, but if it's going to benefit the business, you're exemplifying what a good follower looks like. So, how well are you doing with that? All right. Number 9, poise. Leaders face challenges. We've been talking about that. But the thing about it, poise is a necessary trait for leaders to possess. Without poise, small challenges become bigger and employees will lose faith in you. When they see you stress, they will panic. I promise you, when they see you stress over a change, we kind of just hit on that, they're going to panic and they're going to lose trust and faith in your abilities to lead them. They ask to work with you for a reason, or they stay working with you for a reason. You don't want that reason to turn to a season because you lacked poise. All right. Build your poise if you want to excel as a leader. If you don't like a new policy that is being mandated, again, don't bring that up to your team. They are not there for that for you. You find some other people on your level to discuss your dislikes. And then keep that at a minimum. All right. Learn to listen objectively so that you won't be the weakest link. All right. So these were 10 skills that I'm sure you already possess as a leader, but I want you to see them from a different perspective on how you can repurpose them as stress management tools in your leadership capacity. So I'm going to review these skills over, and I'm just going to list them. I'm not going to elaborate on them. Again, share this live. Please share it out. That would be greatly appreciated. All right. Again, number 1, improve your ability to motivate others. Number 2, enhance your communication skills. Now, I do want to touch on that. Communication means you are speaking, you are listening, and you are checking for understanding. That comprehension is key. It's not just a lot of talk. Do they understand the assignment? All right. Number 3, delegate. Number 4, create a proper work culture. Number 5, adaptability. Number 6, time management. Number 7, relationship management. Number 8, change management. Number 9, be a good follower. And number 10, poise. So I have a question for you. You can try to predict your success to eliminate stress as a lead. Can you predict your ability to eliminate stress based on these lists? What other practices do you implement to lead so that your team is not stressed out? I'm going to go to the chat to see if there are any questions there. So there you go. Thank you for joining, Dr. Tara. Thank you, Yolanda Shaw. I appreciate it. All right. So I don't see any questions. So thank you again for joining. My name is Marcine Simpson. I am a certified stress management and mindset coach. I work with women who are in transitional phases of their life by helping them to respond and reduce to stress. I also help them not just overcome, but I help them with mindset by looking at their obstacle and pulling out the opportunities. A lot of times all we see is the wall. We don't see that I can climb this wall to get to the other side. That's mindset. And I also help my clients build their self-esteem as well as improve their self-confidence. If you are a leader and you are struggling with mindset, with reducing stress, please give me a call, or you can also click on the link in my bio. And I do offer a 20-minute complimentary insight session so that I can figure out how I best can serve you. Thank you again for sharing this and for inviting others. I look forward for my next time with you. Until next time, know this: God is with you. God is for you. Stay the course. Thank you.